Alright, partners, we are back. And we got the Datamines here for Duo, Marth, and Sheeta, as well as Elm. Well, Marth, Sheeta, Kane, Abel, Gordon, Tiki, Drog, and Ogma, I guess, since they are 8 people in one. Now, this is a little bit late. What time did this drop? Hold on. This was like not too long before reset, I believe, was when this update actually dropped, and I couldn't cover it because my internet was down. So 4 hours ago. So that would have been at like 2:30, which is about half an hour before reset actually starts. My internet was down, so I couldn't record. I think I got a text message from Spectrum saying they were doing server maintenance or like internet maintenance or whatever that was going to last until like 6 in the morning. So I was just unable to record up until now. So here we go. We have the stats for both of these guys. Let's take a look. So Marth is at 40 HP. Let's get the calculator over here. So 40 HP. We got here 45 attack, 48 speed, 36 defense, and then 25 res. So a grand total of 194, which is completely irrelevant. His duo skill has a dual skill for 215 BST. So he's going to be a very high-scoring arena unit. And if you run into this guy in arena and he's at plus 10, it's basically GG. Like, how are you supposed to beat this guy in arena? Especially if he's got the Erica ring, and then he's brave attacking, and he's got potent, and he's got vantage, and he's got null C, and he's got distant counter. The only thing I could think of that would give you a chance is Hardy Bearing, right? If you've got the Hardy Bearing seal. It's not going to help you, though, because you can't run the Hardy Bearing seal in arena. It only scores 200 SP. So this is like a run ender. If you meet him in arena, it's over. Which I think is really scummy. I don't like that, but what am I going to do, right? Like, I can't tell them how they're allowed to construct their game. Okay, so boons and banes here. We have minus HP on Marth. We have nothing on attack there. We got plus speed, which is good. Okay, nothing on defense, and then it looks like plus res as well. So plus res and plus speed. Okay. I mean, res may not be the craziest, but it could help him a little bit because he is trying to be an omni-tank. So having a little bit of res, extra res there might come in handy sometimes. I would probably just go plus speed for the Ivy, and then for the Ascended Floret, if you happen to have any, then I would probably say plus attack, but res and defense could work out. I think this guy is insane, actually. He's not as crazy as I thought on my banner reaction of him, because I thought that the way that his stat bonus thing worked for giving him true damage and true DR, I thought it was a cumulative addition of all stat bonuses on all your allies. That's not how it works. It's only whatever ally has the highest total stat bonuses, which this guy is giving plus 7 to all stats. So him by himself would be 7 times 4, which is 28, and then that would be it. Like, you would get 28 points of true damage and then 14 points of true DR on the enemy's first attack and brave attack. And then his status effect, Fire Emblem, gives him a further 10 flat DR on enemy's first attack and brave attack. So he's getting it there. And then he has Blue Skies, which gives more DR on the enemy's first attack. And then I think he has one other instance of it, too, on his special. I think his special has 40% non-pierceable DR. So regardless of anything, he's going to be insanely fat, right? Like, killing this guy is not going to be an easy feat. Then his player phase potential is insane, outrageous, ridiculous. He's got a crazy C skill, which is just aerial maneuvers combined with Guidance 4, except better than Guidance 4 because it has no movement limitations. So he's very strong. And what else was I going to say? I think if you have Ectordeer to also pump up the stat bonuses higher, he gives plus 3 to any blue bonuses that allies may have. So he could be giving the whole team all stats of 10, which would play in favor with Marth, because then he'd be getting 40 points of true damage on every attack, which is eclipsing Baby Camilla easily. And then he would have 20 points of flat DR from his weapon effect, and then all of the other instances of true DR that he'd be getting. Also, if you wanted to go there, you could give him Divine Nectar support, which would give him even more flat DR. So yeah, this guy is cracked. He is ridiculous. Now, there's also a little bit of controversy regarding him, right? Because he's in the same boat as that Duo Ephraim, where he was a duo hero released as a limited hero that is... we're not really sure when he's going to come back after this banner. So I would say if you want him, probably try to get him now. But I would imagine the time that he's going to rerun will probably be on banners like the Hero Rises banner, or like those special banners where they put like all the major lords on, like the one we had for this anniversary where we had the 3 split banners and it was just like the highest voted hero from each like game, or each lord from each game basically. So he would probably show up on banners like that, and I think he'll also be on double special banners. That's more guesswork though, because I don't think Duo Ephraim ever appeared on a double special, but I could imagine this guy probably being on a double special, or even like a Hero Fest banner too. Like maybe next year's Hero Fest banner for the anniversary, or for August, like the Hero Fest banner lead up to the Choose Your Legends banner. He could be on there too. So there's a lot of spots where he could possibly see fit to return. So it's not the worst thing in the world if you miss him right now, but just keep in mind, we don't really know when he's coming back, but there are a lot of spots that he could come back on. Okay, moving on to Elm now. So Elm, we've got here 41 HP. We have 43 attack, 48 speed, 33 defense, and then 30 res. So grand total of 195. Doesn't really matter. He's not really the type of unit that you would want to run in Arena, although he does actually score high enough to be Arena viable. Where you want to use him is Aether Raids, obviously. So let's take a look at Boons and Banes now. Okay, we have minus HP on Elm. Nothing on attack there. We got plus speed, though. Plus speed is good. Yeah, nothing on defense, and then minus res. So minus HP, minus res, and plus speed. Plus speed is probably what you'd want to go for. Maybe plus attack as the secondary with the Ascended Floret. Once again, assuming you have any florets. So he's very good as well. I mean, he's got mid-turn undefended, which... that's like a death sentence to all save... basically all defenses in general, because the only real way you have a chance against crazy Gale Forcing units like the Valentine Edelgard, or like these crazy offensive threats like Emblem Erica and Baby Camilla and stuff like that, your only real bet is to have a good near save that can tank all of them. And you're not going to be able to do that if Elm is inflicting undefended. Now, it's not like completely the end of armor save balls, because it does target only the nearest enemy in 5 spaces. So if you've got a clever setup where only your armored type units, like have the armored units be in front, I would imagine this would be set up on Lost Castle, because there's only one direction where the enemies could reliably attack from, which is from the right-hand corner. So you would bunch up all your units on the right-hand side, and then have the 2 armored save units be in the like closest position to where the enemies would attack, and then everyone is hiding behind. And that's the only situation I can think of where the mid-turn undefended may not actually be able to give the enemies some kind of advantage. But even saying all that, he is still the only Astro Mythic season hero at the moment that gives access to the reinforcement slot. So he's very good. At the worst, you'll be running him as a slot 7 offensive unit, because he's the only unit that can go there. So he's very good to summon, very good, and he's going to last pretty long as well. He's just, all of these offensive mythic heroes, they age very gracefully. So there we go with that. If you're wondering if you should summon on the banner, I would say, yeah, it's probably a good idea. Let's go ahead and take a look at the artwork now. So here is Elm. We've seen his art before. It's nothing new. He does look a little androgynous, though, especially when he's doing poses like that. I remember his New Year alt being super adorable for some reason. Like, the New Year Elm looked even cuter than the New Year Ash for some reason on that New Year banner. That always struck me as, like, really funny. Alright, there's his attacking art. We've seen it. And then the injured artwork. Once again, like, you would not be able to tell what his gender was if you were, like, if you didn't know beforehand, right? So, there we go with Elm. Okay, next up we have Marth and Sheeta. This artwork is crazy. Like, this is possibly the single best artwork in the game right now. It's so good. Look at this with the arches in the backdrop, like looking like they just came out of their wedding. And then you got all the soldiers in the back too. This is so good. Plus the classic art style with like the old school way they used to draw hair and the color pop and all that. This is very like 90s anime. All right, there's the attacking art. Not quite as good as the neutral one. But then the special one where the whole gang jumps in. This is awesome. This is really cool. All right, and then finally the injured artwork. Again, a little underwhelming like the attacking art, but maybe a little better, though. I do like Marth's pose a little better here. So, yeah, very phenomenal. Very cool unit. Okay, is that everything we need to look at? Did we miss anything? Let's just quickly take a look. By the way, I summoned on the banner already. I summoned this morning. I got shafted the worst I think I've ever been shafted on a banner. So, I had 500 orbs before the banner dropped. And I ended up spending all 500 of them. I did spark. I ended up sparking for Elm. Because getting to the spark, I had no 5 stars. So, like, what am I supposed to do? I can't have the foresight to predict which one of these is going to be my pity break. So, I just chose Elm because I knew that at the very least, I'd be running him more often than this Marth. Even though I probably wanted Marth a little bit more. But I had to make that executive decision, and guess who the pity break was? It was Elm. So, yeah, and then I dumped the rest of my orbs sniping on red, and I got 0 copies of Marth. So this is even worse than that time I went 500 deep with 1 copy of Legendary Edelgard. This time I went 500 deep with a spark, and I have 0 copies of Marth. So, yeah, this is the worst I've ever been shafted on a banner ever. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. What? Okay. Wait, what? Are we, like, plopping Elm in as the role of third wheel here? What is going on? Why is that the 2 top posted memes here? Okay, but I don't think we really missed anything else, though. So we can go ahead and call it a day with this Datamine video. So hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. This is your boy Tacho signing out. Stick around later because I'm also doing an Aether Raids defense showcase again today. We have a couple of more defense replays to show. And I will catch y'all again on the flip side.